Peace, you said something about having time to parent your children. This is particularly something that I want us to talk about today. When I talk to parents, a lot of parents come to me and say, I'm a very busy career person. I don't really have a lot of time. How am I going to really put it? But there's something I say. I say that if you don't do the time today, you will do the time tomorrow. Either way, you will pay the price.
Yes.
Pay the price. So tell me how, even with your busy schedule, because I know that you run businesses. Yes. I know that you run a very massive farm. I know that. And, I'm not talking about a small farm. I'm sure, people that run farms will understand what I mean. And I know that you are also a bookie like me that wants to do all the time. I want to know that, I want to find out. So at the time where that thing happened to you, what did you do with your businesses? How did you manage it? And then the church, there's also the church. I didn't even remember that. Your husband and your husband pastor in full church. So how were you able to manage and navigate all of this?
Okay, man. So like I said, I had to put everything on hold, sincerely speaking, because I know that if I don't do this now, it's going to be disastrous. It's going to be disastrous. So I had to put everything on hold. I put someone in charge. I had to be more available. In fact, at a point, I wasn't even going to the farm again. Yes, it got to that point. I was just doing the managerial part from home because I needed to be present. I really needed to be present. I knew if I had missed that opportunity, maybe today would have been, telling different stories of how her children I knew that I had to shut down all of those stuff. They were not important to me as at that time. That's the truth. Okay. And then, for church, of course, I had people that were supportive. I had, a second in command. I'll dish out, instructions. I'll tell them what to do. I was there, but I had to really, really do the work. We were associate pastors anyway. Not like we own the church, we run the church ourselves. But then I had to, because I was in the children's department, I just had to find a way to navigate all of these things. But I shut down the other part. I shut down business. I just had to leave everything aside and face my children. Seriously.
Many times when we tell parents that, there are seasons, there are times, and what advice are you going to give to parents who, say, oh, I don't really have time, and, from your story, what has happened to you? How, you gave that gap, you were not there, these children were abused, and then your son became suicidal, and then, at that point, what would you have wished that you did? If at that point.
I wished I had paused that program. I wished I didn't go into, that field work at the time I did. I wished I was more present because things that were happening then, my children couldn't tell me. They couldn't tell me because mommy was not around. Daddy was of course, he would go, come back. But then being that I'm the one that usually was with them, we gist a lot and stuff like that. Nobody again to talk to. And this guy in question will threaten, will, tell them if you talk, I'll beat you more. That psychological manipulation. It was too much. So, I will advise every parent to please do what is important per time. How do I put it now? Just leave some things. You always tell me that you must sacrifice a thing. You have to sacrifice